You'll need that jacket early Friday, but we'll take a look at some warm afternoons in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks for that, Riley. This week is National School Counseling Week, and two local counselors are getting some recognition. Aiken County counselors Sherry Hooper and Sharon Worley just received the Palmetto State School Counselor of the Year Award. This week and the award are both about highlighting the impact counselors can have in helping students be successful and how they can plan for a career. Counselors say having a whole week dedicated to them is so important.
I don't know that enough people know what a school counselor does in a building. I've actually had people say, what does an elementary counselor do? But it's a way to spotlight the profession and help people understand that we are needed in the schools.
They say the goal is to promote the program and make sure people know the resources that they provide.
A new pilot program in South Carolina will help support victims of sexual assault during their most vulnerable moments. It's the first of its kind in the country. Starting in April, hospitals will be able to identify, as part of the Sexual Assault Forensic Excellence System, also known as SAFE. Institutions will either have employees who go through specific training such as evidence preservation and trauma-informed care, or they're in a partnership with those that do. Law enforcement agencies can also be part of this new program.
The pandemic is taking a serious toll on the mental health of children. That's the word from psychiatric doctors who report a, quote, unrelenting surge in child and teenage hospitalizations, not from COVID, but from mental health crises. Doctors advise parents to be on the lookout for a few things. If you notice your child has lower self-esteem, or is seeking constant reassurance, or is experiencing conflicts with others, it might be a sign of a problem. They say don't be afraid to ask for help. Doctors say isolation brought on by COVID has been very problematic.
And the way that looks, when you remove kids who are developing from integrating into their community and engaging in meaningful interpersonal interactions, it looks like anxiety, depression, and in some cases suicidal ideation.
If you have concerns about your child's mental health, there is help available. Primary care and pediatricians are a good first step. From there, you can get a referral to a counselor.
One local teenager turning hardship into hope. He's using his passion for music to start a discussion about mental health. Maria Sellers introduces us to this special performer.
17-year-old Cameron Tucker began writing music as a way to cope with mental health.
It was kind of a way for me to, I guess, escape all of the issues and social problems I had. It wasn't until I started expressing myself that I started feeling better. It was when I kept all of the things inside and in my head that I felt worse.
His songs talk about depression, not fitting in, and other mental health struggles.
I think there's still a huge kind of feeling throughout the generation we have to stray away from those emotions.
Emotions local psychiatrists say they see all too often in kids and teens.
It's a challenging time of life for everyone. There's the typical struggles with identity, figuring out who you are in your place in the world that everyone has to navigate and negotiate.
Dr. People says for many kids, it gets harder as they get older.
We do see that mental health issues begin to go on the rise around adolescence. So we see another peak when it comes to things like depression and anxiety.
He says having outlets like music or sports can help kids manage their mental health and connect them to others who feel the same. It's exactly what Tucker aims to do with his music.
I want people to know that there are people who feel the same, whether it's depression or confusion or anxiety, whatever you have going on, that you're not alone.
Those who feel out of place is what he says his music is all about. He encourages others to find an outlet and a passion to help them with whatever they're going through. Reporting in Augusta, Maria Sellers on your side.
Tucker, also known as Virtually, will be performing a free concert of his original songs next Friday. That'll be February the 18th, 6:30 p.m. at First Baptist Church of Augusta.
Well, beautiful weather today.
I'm Kristen Casper.
The Department of Homeland Security and the experts that we spoke to agree that tech companies should also play a role in preventing extremism from spreading on their platforms.
Well, a heroic rescue. New body cam video showing the moment a couple of Savannah police officers jump into a river to save a woman. This happened Tuesday night. Police here responding to a report of a woman in the water, and they found the woman struggling to stay above near that dock you see there. That's when Sergeant Sharif Lockett and Officer William Fitzpatrick both jumped in the water, pulling the woman to safety. The police chief releasing a statement saying the department is so proud of the officers involved in that rescue. Inmates and shelter dogs working together to rehabilitate each other. How they're earning their freedom. Ahead, first at 5.
And we are seeing beautiful weather this afternoon. Sunny skies sticking around the next couple of days and getting even warmer. Full forecast just after the break. Moisture in your...
All across Atlanta, nonprofits are partnering with prisons and jails to pair shelter animals with inmates. As Crystal Bowie reports, all part of a rehabilitation program where those charged with crimes have been released from jail to give themselves and these dogs a second chance at freedom.
Oh man, I'm in love.
Everyone gets a second chance.
Her life has been pretty dismal so far.
These men are hoping to rehabilitate these abandoned dogs. The dogs meant to rehabilitate the men too.
We're gonna work together. I can relate to these dogs. You're gonna help me out? You know, I know what it's like to feel like no one's gonna help you, no one's gonna be there for you. You just feel like you're lost, you're stuck, alone, and I was put in despair.
This is Beyond the Bars, an out-of-custody program for Fulton County offenders charged with committing crimes.
I ended up in jail with aggravated assault. I'm a recovering drug addict. I mean, I've been clean for 8 years and 9 months.
Jason Weeks has been praying to be a part of this program after being locked up for 7 months.
This might be a good chance for me to interact with some animal that might need rescuing, because I feel like I need rescuing myself.
He's a truck driver, and instead of being locked up in Fulton County Jail, he now lives with relatives in McDonough.
What was said to me was, every dog is not a bad dog. You know, just like every man is not a bad man. It's the way, the environment.
So if you want to walk him up to Franklin,
Back at K9 Cellmates, it's a new start.
I'm passionate because I believe in the magical healing power of dogs. I believe in humans' capacity to change.
He's very mild-mannered.
No, I wouldn't call him mild-mannered.
Program Executive Director Susan Jacobs Meadows is a firm believer this will break the cycle of crime.
We work closely with the district attorney's office. They have to approve everybody who comes to us.
It was a miracle for me.
To start over so that they don't end up behind bars again.
I have a new interest in direction of my life.
A lot of great tail wagging. Looks like a win-win from here. This first phase runs 90 days and requires the inmate to report to the K9 Cellmates headquarters 4 times a week. The second phase, 9 months long. And at the end of the year, the inmates will have their charges dismissed if they've successfully completed this program.
Oh, it looks like a perfect program. I like the biggest of all the dogs was the one trying to get in the lap.
He did not know his size all too well.
They never do. They never do.
Absolutely not. But they are cute, and I think a great program right there for
Yeah.
sure. Hey, we did